Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Winter 2024 Rocket League Season Varsity Week 5 stream featuring the Barron Golden Bears taking on the Pacelli Cardinals for the first time ever. Two 3-0 teams of Division 3 fighting for first place in Division 3's Group A. Currently, Barron has that tiebreaker. I am your fellow WIHSEA commentator, Andrew Czysz, and yes, you've heard it all over social media, at least from me. My 100th match casted ever for WIHSEA will happen today. That is amazing. We'll get more into that later on. But first, let's focus on today's matchup. So, beginning with the notes here, as always, we have the Barron Golden Bears taking on the Pacelli Cardinals for the first time. If you remember from last season, Barron was in Division 4, Pacelli was in Division 5. Crazy, we had 5 divisions of Rocket League in Winter 2023. But notes for the Barron Golden Bears, they do have a formidable piece from last year's team, Preston Perks, their captain. Their grand champion is in the lineup once again. They're going to have Bryce DB Savage Boys as well, a sophomore who's a champion one. Chase Little Truino is a champion one as well. Winter 2023 stats for the Golden Bears: 6-2 overall, 18-8 game record. They finished first in Division 4's Paladin Conference, and they earned themselves the first round bye. And here's where things get a little crazy. So the quarterfinal, they beat Bonduel 3-0. No big deal, right? They come into state for the first time. It's the first time I saw Barron as, a school. I never got to cast them before the state of UW River Falls. So I was like, I wonder what this team is going to do. And you know what they do? They go ahead and they beat Walden, a formidable division champion from spring 2022 season, in a complete sweep in the semifinals. I was left speechless after that. I was insane. And then they go on to the Division 5 grand final. And they almost win it against WCA. Just one game short. So this club, Barron Golden Bears, are no club to sniff at. They are amazing. They're a great story unfolding now as they're in their second season with Rocket League and with SIA, and they're trying to build a culture there. And I love everything about it. I love what their coach is doing with their players, all that. Shout out to Camouflage as well, assistant coach for Barron, who was a player on Barron's roster last year. Winter 2024 roster moves. They retained Perks. They lost Camouflage, Idol, Pygo, and Treyway. And they added Bryce, Dog Pug, Hooligan, Little Truino, and Watermelon. Winter 2024 season stats: regular season 3-0 overall, 9-0 game record. They're currently first in Division 3's Group A conference. Week 1, they defeated Warrior 3-0. Week 2, they defeated Bonduel 3-0. And Week 3, they defeated Augusta 3-0. Their match against Deerfield still needs to be rescheduled. That'll be played tomorrow on Wednesday. So look for results on League Spot for that. And moving on to Pacelli. Now, Pacelli is a school that I've known since I started this whole gig. And, they've had pretty much the same roster since I started. So a lot of crazy depth on this roster. They've made some changes with their JV and varsity rosters. So if you look at the roster, they have Hunter Crippers, their captain, who is a Champ 1 Division 2. Keegan, who does not have a rank. And Sam I Am, is formerly known as FBI Animal. Now, if you've seen the Pacelli streams for Spring 2022 and Winter 2023, you know FBI Animal, aka Sam, is absolutely incredible at this game. Champion 3. He was the main proprietor of the JV team for the Cardinals. He's been elevated to the varsity as Pacelli's varsity lineup did take a hit. As you know, seniors in high school, players move on. Then you got to find a way to fill the void, and Sam fills that void. Winter 2023 stats: 71 overall record, 21-5 game record. They finished first in Division 5's Dominus Conference. Made a little playoff run as well. First round, they had a bye. Quarterfinal, they defeated Cambria Friesland 3-0. Semifinal, they defeated Random Lake 3-0. Absolutely blasting, or breaking, I should say, my Division 5 playoff bracket. But nonetheless, though, Pacelli would go on to face Deerfield in the grand final. Fortunately, they were no match for Deerfield as they won clean for 4-0. Winter 2024 roster moves. They retain the one, Crippers and Keegan. The one, the captain for Pacelli, is not playing today. Elevated Sam to varsity from JV, and they moved Dupa Dealer and Trixie to JV from varsity. So that's what I was talking about, those roster moves that Pacelli has been making with their depth that they have on that roster, which is very, very valuable in WIHSEA Rocket League. Winter 2023 season stats to finish it off. 3-0 overall, 9-0 game record. They're currently second in Division Three's Group A to the Golden Bears. For regular season, they defeated Williams Bay 3-1 in Week 1. They had a forfeit in Week 2 to Warrior that awarded them 3-0. Week 3, they defeated Bonduelle 3-0, and their Week 4 match against Augusta is rescheduled. I don't have a date for you on that yet. Haven't checked the league spot today, so last time I checked it was yesterday, and there was no date in there. So if I have more information on that, I will let you guys know. And real quick before we get into the lobby, actually, we will look at the division leaders entering into Week 5. This is your first time seeing the graphic. Yes, this is a one-of-a-kind piece made by yours truly off of Google Sheets. It's amazing. So in Varsity, Group A, we have the New Richmond Tigers coming in at 3-0, 9-1 game record. Group B for Division 1, Rural Virtual Academy, 3-1, 9-3 game record. Group C, in Division 1, we have Middleton, 3-0, 9-0 game record. As clean as you could be. Division 2, Group A, New Berlin Eisenhower, 4-0, 12-2. Game record-wise, Division 2, Group B, St. Croix Panthers, a new school who is sending shockwaves throughout varsity and high school JV. 3-0, 9-0 game record. Division 2, Group C, MSL, Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks, 3-0, 9-0 game record. Division 3, R, Group A leader for today, as far as before the match today. Barron Golden Bears 3-0, 9-0 game record. Division 3 Group B, Wisconsin Connections Academy 3-0, 9-0 game record. They still have Ari Arts, their captain. Division 3 Group C, Durand Arkansas Panthers 3-0, 9-0 game record. Had that nice win against Lemira in Week 2's varsity stream, if you remember that. JV, finishing it off real quick. Middle School Group A, Rural Virtual Academy, MS2, Middle School 2, 4-0, 12-0 game record. Middle School Group B, Waupun Warriors, 4-0, 12-1 game record. We saw them win against MSL in the last JV stream last Thursday. And then finishing out middle school for JV, Group C, Anthony Akers B, 5-0, 15-0 game record. They only have one game remaining on their schedule, by the way. I think they have a bye and then their final game. Unless if I'm missing something. High school JV, Group A holds Jefferson JV2. High school Group B, Whitefish Bay. Group C, St. Croix Panthers. And Group D, Fox Valley. So there are your division leaders. On the side, you have the runner-ups. For Division 1, it includes Waukesha West, Wisconsin Lutheran, Chippewa Falls. Division 2, Monroe Cheesemakers. Dodgeville Dodgers, Fox Valley Lutheran. Division 3, Pacelli Cardinals, Wisconsin Virtual, Little Wolf Middle School, Rural Virtual, Middle School 1, Thomas Jefferson, a.k.a. Port Washington. Pacelli Cardinals Middle School 2, Jefferson JV1 for high school, MSL for high school, DePere JV B and A, finishing it out for high school. And with that out of the way, I think this matchup is going to be, one of our best so far this season. There's a lot of storylines going on in this matchup. And for me, I think Barron has the slight upper hand here. I'm going to take Barron to win this matchup today. I think they have the tools that they need. Perks being in the lineup is going to be a huge boost for Barron. But again, you just can't count out Pacelli. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with St. Croix in JV. But the difference here for Pacelli is they have FBI Animal, a.k.a. Sam, on their roster. And Sam is going to be able to elevate this varsity squad to the next level. So this is going to be a very close game. I see Barron winning this 3-2. That's my personal take on it as we wait for the teams to join the lobby. If you're just tuning in, this is the Winter 2024 Rocket League Varsity Week 5 stream featuring the Barron Golden Bears 3-0 taking on Pacelli Cardinals 3-0 for the top spot in Division 3's Group A Conference. I am your fellow WIHSEA commentator, Andrew Czysz Jr., casting my 100th game all-time for this lovely organization known as the Wisconsin High School Esports Association. Once again, there will be an ending segment to this stream where I'll talk a little bit more about, my career here at WIHSEA. But For now, we're just going to focus on today's matchup. And as we're still waiting for both the teams to join, Barron had, again, an incredible run at state last year at UW River Falls. I mean, no one saw them, as a legitimate threat to the top and possibly, getting the Division 4 title, especially against Walden in the semifinals. I believe Sean from Horlick and I were casting that game. And we were, oh no, it was me and Blaze casting that game. And we were like, we're not sure if Barron is going to be able to, topple Walden. I mean, a big powerhouse that, just came off of a title win. We weren't sure if that was going to happen. And all of a sudden, just Barron comes out of nowhere. And I got to credit Ryan Urban for writing the article about Barron titled Golden Bears Take Esports Silver. And that was a great article talking about how Barron really, got their start in WIHSEA. How they don't want to be one and done and, just want to uh, keep going and not be one and done. That was the main headline for that news article, and that was a great read for sure. I believe it's still somewhere on the internet. I know WIHSEA had posted it on their Facebook page, but I'm not sure if there's anywhere else to find it. But yeah, it's just a really in-depth article going into Barron's journey to stay at UW River Falls. Actually, in a regular season too, you notice their 6-2 overall record. They started 0-2 and they won 6 straight games, and then they earned the top spot in the Paladin Conference for Division 4, and then just smooth sailing from there, beating Bonduel in the quarterfinal after earning the first round bye, and just going from there. And it has been reported to me that Perks has left and it will not be playing in this matchup due to hockey, I think. So that's going to be a big blow for Barron and a big blow for possibly my prediction. But I'm still keeping the prediction as Barron 3-2. And we're going to get into the first game of this Best of 5 series that is going to be absolutely huge for Division 3. Here we go. First time ever these two upstarts clashing with each other. That ball is going to go into Pacelli territory to start. Crispers launching that one into Barron territory. Good demo. Crispers' shot is going to be saved by a little Trueno. Now he's going to put it towards midfield. Good clear from Sam. We're going to hear his name a lot. Tries to win a 50 off of Bryce. Not able to. Crispers is going to beautifully center that. Is Barron ready to defend that? Hooligan is. But again, the pressure being applied by the Cardinals. Barron really doesn't have an answer as of yet. And now they might get that answer. The ball is going to roll into Pacelli territory. Crispers, though, is going to be there for the clear. Passes it directly to Keegan. Is he able to put it in? Oh, he is, and there we go. The first goal of the match goes to the Cardinals. A beautiful play set up from Crispers, and Keegan just knocking that one in. Bryce almost able to save that, just got a bad touch on the ball. That's one that you want to have back for sure. Pacelli off to a hot start. Off the kickoff. Keegan looking for a double tap maybe. Not going to get it. Almost got it, though. Bryce is up this time for Barron. Little Trueno centering the ball. Barron just cannot get anything going. That's going to be a save from Hooligan on Sam's shot. Barron just trying to clear it off their side. The pressure that we're seeing from Pacelli is just next level right now. Good demo again. Crispers onto Bryce, and the demo game has really opened up for Pacelli in this one. They want to be fast. They want to be aggressive. And that's exactly what Crispers and Sam is going to give you on the same team. That ball is going to go straight down. Keegan there to read it, but Bryce is going to make the strong defensive stand that Barron needs. And the Golden Bears just need to get it off their side. They're really disoriented on the rotation side of things. Luckily, though, Bryce able to save it. Trueno able to take it. Oh, so far, though, Sam, a beautiful pass, but it's going to get deflected and batted out of the goal by Bryce. And now Barron looking for an offensive push here. That shot's going to be wide, but Sam going to catch the ball anyway. Passing it directly to Crispers. Barron now disrupting the plays from Pacelli. Good hit from Trudeau. Let's see what else he can do. He whiffs on the ball. Bryce sticking in the goal. Sam passing right down to Crispers. They can't really get anything going. We're seeing Barron's defense being molded into something that could really defend the Cardinals' push here. And that one is almost in for Barron. That's going to be a save from Keegan. Keegan going up. Maybe a double tap. He's got it. Wow. And there it is. The double tap from Keegan of Pacelli. And yeah, really the story of this one so far has been really the absence of Burks and the rotations for Barron just not being good enough. I have to get the rotations on lock against this Pacelli team. I doubt Pacelli is going to let up in the slightest. That ball is not going to go anywhere. Bryce still keeping it in position. Trudeau puts it in, and Barron finally on the board. And after some time, Barron finds what they need, puts the ball in the net. Top right corner is where you like it. And the Golden Bears cut their deficit to 1 with less than 2 minutes remaining. So still a chance for Barron to come back in this game. But they're going to have to shut down pretty much all three of the players of Pacelli. A really well-rounded team I'm seeing here from Pacelli. Haven't really called a lot of matches for their varsity team, mostly their JV team. But so far, I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing with Pacelli. And that's a beautiful save there from little Trudeau. Sam's going to miss the touch. Trudeau's going to get bumped, actually, by Sam. Great heads-up play. Sam's going to read that one perfectly off the wall. Misses it. Keegan does not, but unfortunately for him, Bryce is there to clean it up. He's trying to juke with zero boost. That's kind of a hard commodity to come by, but, you know, if you can get it to work, you can get it to work. If not, oh well. It was worth a shot, I guess. Bryce launching that into the Cardinals' territory. Good pinch from Crispers. Streaking into the Golden Bears territory. Keegan trying to clear that one off the wall. Crispers dangerously putting it in front of goal. But lucky for him, none of Barron's members are near him. Sam's going to pass it straight to Crispers. Nice interception from Barron that time around. There's 35 seconds left and counting. Is Pacelli going to put another one on the board? Not going to happen there. That opportunity gets slammed in their faces. Oh, that one might. Oh, it's not going to do it. Little Trudeau with the interception that time. Crispers hitting that one out of Bryce's mitts. Hooligan going to flip over the ball. No one's back there. Busted coverage. And Pacelli takes advantage of it, and they score their third goal of the game. Looked an awful lot like Dallas's defense earlier this weekend. Wow. Not sure what happened there for Barron, but for Pacelli, that's all good for them. 2-goal lead. Almost a kickoff goal for Barron. It's looking like Pacelli is going to come away with this game 1 victory. A flip reset for show. Hooligan is going to save Crispers' shot. Pacelli trying to get a little more aggressive for a goal. Hooligan's going to save it. Popped up. Bryce shuts it down. Crispers still trying to carry it off the wall. They want extra style points. That ball's going to hit the ground. Pacelli going to win game 1. Again, the big story there for the Golden Bears is just the lack of communication, possibly in the rotations. I mean, without Preston in the lineup, that's going to be, you know, very hard to accommodate. And they just got to find a way to keep going here. I mean, they just got to get their offensive game going. We've seen this time and time again this season for, like, the first game. It's just one team comes out red hot. Another one just takes a game or two to get ready, much like Joe Burrow does. But, you know, it's something that happens. You know, not every team is going to be, like, good to go set in the first game. That's why, you know, there's a little bit of a benefit with a best of 5 where you can, you know, mentally take one game. But if you take too many, too many L's, that's going to be really hard to come by for a win. That's going to put more pressure on you and your team. That ball is going to go straight down. A fight for the ball, and luckily Barron is going to come out victors of that one. But at what cost? So Bryce does not have any boost. Trying to pass it to little Chirenu. But again, limited boost for Barron. As we see, the Cardinals are just boost starving. The Golden Bears, Crispers popping that one up over Chirenu. No one else looking to push that ball aggressively for Pacelli. That's going to be centered. Keegan's there. That shot's going to be wide to the right, though. Crispers looking for a follow-up. That got saved as well. Keegan, beautiful rotations on the ball. Looking to pass it to Crispers possibly. He does, straight to him. Pops it up. That's not going to go in, though. Great defense from the Golden Bears. Already vast improvement from the first game. That one almost in. Oh. That one just squeaked out at the last second for Barron. An unfortunate occurrence. Was popped up again. Sam taking the boost before any Barron member can. A wise decision. Bryce launching that straight to Sam, who pops it up, goes up in the air. Is he going to do something crazy? He is! Oh my goodness. I've been waiting on this one for a long time. Sam. Just amazing. 2 double taps from the same team in the same game. Sam and Keegan. Dynamic duo. Pacelli just firing on all cylinders here. Again, as I said, a very well-rounded team with Crispers, Keegan, and Sam. But can Barron find the opening they need to try and change the momentum so it's on their side? So far, not really doing it. Sam! Oh, I thought he was going to get that one in off an inadvised pass. Ball going to trickle into Cardinals territory, at least for the moment. About 3 minutes left in this game, too. And so far, Pacelli is taking full control here. Had it not have been for that missed goal from Barron, it could be 1-1, could be 1-0 in Barron's favor at this. Oh, no! And that's the wrong place, wrong time. And Sam is going to reap the benefits of a goal after it launches, after the ball launches off of Lou Chireno's car, just straight into the goal. It's like Chireno was the tee for the ball for Pacelli there. We're going to see what Pacelli can do again. That's going to get it saved from Barron. Keegan going to take full ball control here. Can he get it past Chireno? He does. Doesn't have the best angle to capitalize on it, though. Center from Sam. Keegan's got to hurry up and get back. He has time. Sam with the demo on the hooligan to give his teammates some breathing room. A smart play there. That ball's popped up. Sam with the strong hit. Oh, I thought he was going to follow up on that one. Crispers is playing the stall game, playing the keep away game, if you will. Keegan going to pinch that one. Oh, and Barron has a huge clear. Bryce in the vicinity. That's not going to get in. Oh, and a demo from Keegan. Oh, my goodness. This Pacelli team is everywhere. They're just owning the field right now. That one almost in for Sam. The passing plays, the rotations, everything for Pacelli is just working, and they're dominating the floor. Keegan's pass is going to be deflected by Bryce. That's going to be a save. Time running out for Barron to make any sort of plays here. That's going to be a save. Chirenu, that one's going to trickle down, but Sam is there to read it. Man, has he gotten better at this game over the last 2 years. Bryce, not going to win the 50. Chirenu, though, is. That ball's popped up. Chirenu's going to run out of boost. Sam going to get the demo onto Bryce. Crispers putting that towards midfield. Gets a nice 50. Bryce taking it off the wall. See what he can do. Not much of anything. No breathing room at all for Barron to really get any offense going. And it's just been all Pacelli again. This time, though, Barron is going to win a 50. But Sam is there for the rebound. See what else he can do here. Oh, is he going to get that one in? No. Well scouted from Barron. that ball up. Chireno is going to go for it. See what he can do. Not much of anything. Crisper's shot is not going to go in. Just pinched off the right post. Barron have an opening to possibly score 1 goal here. It's not looking likely. That's going to get 50'd off by Crispers. Chireno's going to get rejected. Bryce just punting that in his own half. That ball still not hitting the ground yet. And Keegan, a last-second buzzer beater in Game 2 for a 3-0 win. Wow. I am blown away from this Pacelli team. I knew coming in they were going to be good, but man, have they been playing great thus far. Pacelli 2-0 at this point in the game. And again, for most of these schools suffering without their star players, Barron being one of them, you know, losing 75% of your roster from last year is never good. And, you know, you have the remaining 25 this season, and unfortunately he has to, you know, go to another extracurricular. So that's, you know, the mental for Barron right now is probably not there, as the lineup change needed to be made pretty much, I would assume, hours or, you know, maybe a half hour before, you know, game time. And, you know, I bet the game plan going into this was like, all right, we got Perks back. We're gonna, you know, continue winning games. But, you know, now without Perks, how big of a loss is that really gonna be? And so far, you know, Pacelli has shown that it is a significant loss, because the rotations for Barron have not been the greatest. And Pacelli, it just smells blood in the water, and they're taking full advantage of, you know, this lineup switch. Nonetheless, though, so far entering this one, no goals yet, but Sam threatening. That's going to be a save from Bryce. And, you know, the save department has been well for Barron. It's just the offensive game has not had any lanes at all. The offense has been under construction for a little while now. Can they finally get the traffic cones off of the road and get this thing running? We're going to see Keegan in the air this time. Crispers as well. Again, the aerial assault from Pacelli is just going wild right now. Even if they're not scoring, they're putting a ton of pressure on this Barron team. You know, just when Barron thinks they can get an offensive push going, Pacelli says, and Sam puts that one in for Pacelli. He is Sam I Am, and he eats green eggs and ham, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 for Pacelli in Game 3. And if they win this Game 3, they win the series 3-0. Which would be an absolute statement win for Pacelli at this point. As they're in a Division 3 conference with a lot of great teams. And, you know, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Pacelli has a legitimate, you know, chance to run for a title. But as soon as I say that, Barron just strikes back quickly. Little Chireno tying the game up at 1. Yeah, as I said before, Pacelli is in a Division 3 conference with great teams. Barron, also a great team as well. Can't count them out, especially when they have, you know, Perks on their roster. So once they get Perks back and ready, there will still be a threat for at least a playoff push. As, you know, just a reminder, if anybody doesn't know, you know, the new format for this WIHSEA Rocket League season, the top 5 teams in each group per division makes playoffs. Once again, top 5 from each group in each division makes playoffs. And Sam is just saying, stop talking about the playoffs. Focus on what I'm doing right now. And he puts it in for the Cardinals. This is another great play. Top right, a splash goal for the Cardinals, and they lead 1. They want to get out of here with a 3-0 sweep. Business before pleasure, as they say, and Pacelli is really living up to that motto right now. As they were a powerhouse Deerfield team away from winning Division 5 gold last season. So they want to waste no time and get back to that, but little Chireno says not so fast. As Barron now back on the board, tying it up once again, this time at 2. 2:37 remain in game 3. Could this be the momentum shift that Barron needs? Little Chireno really coming on here. Almost getting a third one for a hat trick. Luckily, Crisp is there for the save. Again, just these dynamic passing plays we're seeing from Pacelli is really winning them over here. Not going to win them over that time. That's going to get saved by Little Chireno. Credit to him. He's been really good in this game so far. 2 goals. Bunch of saves. He's been great thus far. But again, just the defensive blunders we're seeing from Barron. Luckily, they were able to get back that time. But again, just the rotations for Barron has been the problem in this match. Egan trying to do some things with the ball. Hooligan is going to push that. Maybe try and center it, but Sam, well scouted, pushing that one away. Passing it to Keegan as well. A beautiful pass. Putting Barron on skates, luckily. They trade them skates in for some running shoes, and they get back to the ball fast enough. Sam looking to push this even further. He's going to back out here. Trying to stay towards middle of the field. That's a smart rotation. Sam's going to put it over 2 members of Barron. Luckily, Little Chireno is back and able to clear that ball away. Keegan is not able to get the second touch on the ball, and Barron going to force it out of the net, at least for now. Crispers is able to do, whoa, a nice bicycle flip from Bryce, getting it out of Barron territory and into the Cardinals territory. Oh, Keegan looking like CJ2K, juking people out. Not able to do much. This offensive push from Pacelli is going to get stalled out here. Chireno is going to slightly tap the ball, but that's just enough to get it off of their half. But just as I say that, another defensive blunder, but Hooligan's there to save it, but no one there that time as a demo came in for the Cardinals. And they take advantage and they get a goal. There's still 33 seconds remaining, so it's not over just yet, but the demo play that we just saw from Pacelli really opened things up for him. And that's what makes a great Rocket League team. Being able to be fluid in your rotations and know when to demo and know when to push, when to play defense. Those are all very key. That ball's going to get centered. A nice bumping play in. Barron has a little trick of their own. Chireno's going to get that goal. And Bryce just bumping Crisps out of the way. Sam was caught off guard. And Barron ties this thing up at 3. 17 seconds remaining. Barron is not going down without a fight here. They do not want to get swept. See what Bryce is able to do. Pass it to Hooligan. Can he track that ball down? It's a little shaky in that midfield area, especially in the one-on-ones. The ball still alive. That's going to get knocked down. We are in overtime for game 3. Chireno gets bumped by 2 members of Pacelli at the start. That ball is going to be popped up by Bryce. Oh, he misses the second touch. Chireno takes the center attempt. Keegan going to save that. Someone has to get back for Barron. Sam's going to juke one. And he put it in. Oh, he does it. He bumps the defender from Barron away from the goal. Wow. A 200 IQ play. Just bumping Little Chireno away from the ball so he couldn't save it. Pacelli is the series winner 3-0. Wow. Absolutely incredible showing from Pacelli. A 3-0 win against this Barron team. And they take sole possession of first place, at least for now, in Group A for Division 3. A huge win for Pacelli in order to get back to playoff dominance like they did in winter 2023. Hats off to both teams for a great game played. And as I said before, ladies and gentlemen, this was officially the 100th game I have casted for WIHSEA. And, you know, I got something special to show you guys. So let's get out of Rocket League as the match has come to a conclusion. If you're just joining into the stream, Pacelli has just beaten Barron 3-0. Pacelli advances to. Why did I put 4-0 for Barron? Psst, silly me. Pacelli advances to 4-0. Barron drops to 3-1. Pacelli now has sole possession of first place in Group A for Division 3, while Barron is going to drop most likely to second place. But nonetheless, the 100th match casted for me. And here is, ladies and gentlemen, the graphic I have spent a couple days working on is finally ready. I am sure you've possibly seen it on my social media pages already, but here it is. Grand total of 100 matches casted for WIHSEA. I gotta thank every one of you guys. I mean, without you guys' support, I I I don't think I get this far. So just the determination of me, learning coming in spring 2022 for Rocket League. A little bit of a monotone cast. I mean, that was accustomed to happening. When you get your first time doing stuff like that with broadcasting, that really gets your nerves going and stuff like that. But over that time period, I got to get better at this job. And, I wanted to continue this because I knew I could get better at it. So, after spring 2022, I was like, hey, let me just make a note in my phone of like feedback for like everything I could do. And I did that. And if I can find that note of feedback, I can list a couple things that were on there. It's going to be a long scroll here. Let me see if I can find it. That was a long time ago, man. I think basically like some of those things on the list was like vocal variety was a big thing. Also, doing the little things like making the graphics on the streams, more tailored to what I was projecting with my notes and stuff. Because like when I started this, I used the notebook for notes, and no one saw what I was looking at, so I thought that was a little bit of a problem. So that's when the Google Sheet era began, where I just go into Google Sheets, make a little what's it called, little box, if you will, like a virtual notebook. I'll put it that way, a virtual notebook where I could just list all the stats for like the players, who they beat, who they lost to, their ranks, stuff like that. And it kind of just brought into something like this, where you have one team on one side, you have one team on the other side, and then you have the middle with the team with the school logos. And I think this is beautiful, man. Like what I started from was just a virtual notebook. It literally was a vertical rectangle that looked like a notebook. If you remember those Smash It's kind of like what we see here with the Baron logo and the Pacelli logo, just in the middle like that. And I was able to branch it out. I believe that began after the fall 2022 Smash season, and it just evolves from there. Like every single time I make that note sheet, it evolves because it depends if it's varsity or JV. Because if it's JV, you're not gonna have that much statistics to go off of, especially if it's a new school. But if it's like varsity, where it's like today Barron versus Pacelli, there's gonna be a lot of stats on that note sheet, and being able to have one Google sheet tailored to that with like various tabs for week by week is very important to what I want to do for the program, and make it better, make the streams better, you know have people see this stuff in like one spot besides going into league spot where you got to click tab after tab after tab just to get to where you want to go. But having it in a nice convenient spot is always nice. And yeah, again, just vast improvement from where I started, and then winter 2023, that was like the peak season, because I got to, see all my friends at UW River Falls and had a great time there. That whole season was great as well. That was really the comeback for me, coming off of that, energizing fall 2022 Smash season where, I got better as a caster and wanted to prove that with Rocket League. So that's why I did Rocket League again. And in spring 2023, wanted to challenge myself a little bit with Valorant. That went really well. I'm not going to lie, the first few streams were a little rough, but, as I learned the characters in the game and stuff like that, that really helped out for sure. And, the best part of doing this job, besides, obviously casting, is, connecting with our community here at WIHSEA. I mean, there's 150 plus high schools here, so connecting with others is, very easy. We'll just put it that way. Emailing teams every week, hey, your picks for match of the week, stuff like that. Just interacting with other students at state championship events is really something that, just it's incredible to have, and I'm grateful to be a part of a organization that really tailors their values to that, and that's why I love working here so much, and I love making you guys proud as well. And again, being able to go to colleges such as North Central Tech, Madison area, UW River Falls, and Carthage College, where I'm at now, is just absolutely incredible. I never wish something like this would happen. And going on in this graphic now, you see that I've been doing this, technically since July 8th, 2021. That was, for a I think it was a tournament with Elkhorn and Two Rivers from here, and then they had to play against other states across, the country. That's where I started with X-Ray, and that's why you see, teams like Elkhorn and La Follette and Edgewood, Walden and Horlick being like the first five to go in there with the unique schools casted. And then again, if you read this even more, regular season matches 65 total, Rocket League 35, Smash 16, Valorant 14, playoff matches 34, Rocket League 18, Smash 8, and Valorant 8. So yeah, that's a lot of casting for sure. And look at the amount of schools I've casted. I mean, 71% of the matches I casted within the 100 match window. 71% of the time there is a unique school featured, and that's amazing. One of my other goals as well, coming back here for winter 2024, was to get as many schools on this platform as possible, because I've picked a lot of schools in the past, but I knew there was going to be new schools when I decided to return here, and I wanted to make sure I highlighted some of the very best. So going in order for the 71 unique schools casted, since I could probably name you all of these, just to be impressive, I guess. Elkhorn, La Follette, Edgewood, Walden, Horlick, Waukesha South, West Salem, Port Washington, Wausau West, De Pere, Random Lake, Marshall, Bayport, Green Bay Southwest, Case, Jefferson, Stevens Point, Pacelli, Rock University, Slinger, Lancaster, East Troy, BSMS, Bruce, Oak Creek, Shawano, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin Lutheran, Whitnall, Stratford, Whitefish Bay, Waterford, Johnson Creek, WCA. Shout out to Ari Arts in the chat. I see you, my man. Hope you are doing well. Fox Valley, DeForest, New Richmond, Waukesha West, Deerfield, Williams Bay, Barron, Madison West, Wilmot, Fenimore, Watertown, Durand, Arkansas, North Crawford, Seymour, Bigfoot, Arrowhead, Flambeau, Montello, Manitowoc Lutheran, Winnebago Lutheran, Appleton East, Park, Freedom, Grafton, Bayview, Valders, Kimberly, West De Pere, Baraboo, St. Croix, Lemira, RVA, Martin Luther, Stanley Boyd, Waupun Warriors, and Milwaukee School of Languages. That is all of the schools I have casted thus far for WIHSEA. And, this might sound like, oh, I'm going again. Not yet. Still have the rest of the Rocket League regular season to cover, as well as I believe I can do the first two playoff games, first round and quarterfinals, but it probably won't be at state for Rocket League, unfortunately. But not actually, unfortunately. Luckily for me, I get to go to Lambeau Field to go to a broadcaster student forum, so that'll be a nice experience for me. But I'm here to finish out the winter 2024 regular season, and we'll end the playoffs, and we'll just go from there as far as when I could possibly come back to WIHSEA after that. But I also have Rocket League kicking off for Carthage starting this week on Friday. So if you want to, follow the Carthage streams there, go to Carthage Esports, and I'll be live this Friday for their first week of activation. But, as the stream comes to a conclusion here, again, I just want to thank every single person who has, guided me to this point in my career for WIHSEA. Never thought this was possible. Thank you, Mom, in the chat. Thank you, Dad. Thank you to Mike Dolly for, again, giving me this position and, taking the chance on me, with like little to no experience in broadcasting. I did have experience from Horley going into this, but, I never thought this would be as big as it got. So, again, I just want to thank everybody who's watching the stream right now. I want to thank everybody who watches the replay of this stream. And just know that I'll always be your fellow WIHSEA commentator. Before I get too emotional, I'm going to end the stream here. So be sure to tune in this Thursday for JV Week 5 Rock League. Should be a good matchup if I can get it to be in the works. Nebby will be returning this Thursday as well. But I have been your fellow WIHSEA commentator, Andrew Czysz, and I'll see you back this Thursday for JV Week 5. Have a good night.